What's up, everybody? Cassius Clay is back with another episode of Bro You Good. And I'm here with my good sister, Carmesha.
Hi, everyone.
She is the first woman on my podcast. The first.
That's right.
You know how black folks like to say first inaugural.
The first, huh?
Inaugural.
Okay. That's right. Y'all notate that. The first.
Why do we say
Not
first
only.
annual? But we just say first.
Because we know it's going to happen again.
How are you doing, my sister?
I'm doing great. I really am doing well. I think a lot of times when people ask that question, to me specifically, they're expecting this long, drawn out, depressive, looking for sympathy, I need help, I'm in dire need, answer. But that also lets me know that they don't truly know me or the God I serve, huh?
Listen.
Okay. But yeah, no, I really am doing well. I feel good. Things are finally kind of leveling out, for Harper and I. So I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, girl. You know me. I can take a licking and keep on ticking. No, but I'm really good. That was such a cliche moment.
That was good to me.
It was good, though. No, I'm doing really well. You know my journey. You know how long I've been in this media game, ins and outs, ups and downs, left and right, but I just keep ticking.
Literally.
Or pivoting somehow. Yeah. So I just love it, and it always calls me back when I take a break.
Yeah.
But I'm good. I'm happy that in this pivot of even this podcast, I'm really enjoying it and really purposefully picking my guests and then being intentional about the guests I bring on and, wanted to share their story and stuff like that. So,
I feel like it's you, though. I feel like it's you, no matter how you have to pivot or the capacity that you've shown up in the media world. I'm like, starting out like high school, college, I was like, oh my God, like he always keeps up with the drama or whatever, but not knowing it was kind of directing you, what I'm saying, on your path. But it makes so much sense now because of who you are and your personality. But I feel like it fits you. But I feel like this lane, solo, entrepreneur, pushing you, I feel like this is so you.
Yeah, because you always think you need a machine behind you, but you just need God and a dream and a vision and learn how to invest in yourself. And that's what I'm learning, too.
You always want somebody to come with you. Why?
Yes, and I'm like, Cassius, sometimes God wants you to walk on this journey by yourself.
But are you really by yourself?
You know you're not by yourself.
All right.
Because why?
Okay. It feels
we might
that way.
be by ourselves, but we're not by ourselves.
Absolutely.
And that's what we have to really lean into. So first things first, I want to ask you, in general, what has these last few years taught you about you?
Let me start by saying, so I can give a little insight and context, because everybody obviously will not know me or my late husband. Getting married, being intentional, getting married, peak COVID.
Listen, I remember.
January 2nd, 2020. Finding out I was pregnant March. Then we get shut down. Cancel our honeymoon because my mother-in-law almost passed away the night before our wedding. So after my wedding, I spent it at the hospital. And then, we went to our hotel, of course. But that, and then just kind of losing my entire in-laws on Nick's side, and then ending with him December 17th, 2023. Devastated, of course, that's a given, that's the obvious, but because I had been planning funerals the years prior to, I had been closing caskets, I had been sitting in hospitals and figuring things out and just kind of educating myself legally, medically. It was different for me, but being a behavior analyst, I pay attention to detail.
Yes, you do.
I study behaviors for a living, patterns, your response, your body language. So I think God knew I could handle and compartmentalize certain aspects of this journey. But the last few years, losing Nick has been very eye-opening. It's been a challenge. That's a given. It has been devastating. It has been depressing, full of anxiety, self-doubt, self-guilt in the sense of, will I be enough for Harper? Not, was I a good wife?
It's good.
It wasn't, did I do, did I not do? It was never that. But it was more so for my baby. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the things that I did, how intentional I was about who I would be, what I would preserve for my husband. But all in all, the last few years have taught me to do it anyway. It's cliche. Like, it really is cliche. You hear these things all the time, but it really is cliche. Do it anyway. Do it afraid. You are truly damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. So why not just be damned? Whether that's good or bad, why not just be damned, right?
It's a part of life. Like, we just have to do things afraid, do things scared, do things worried, do things
But I didn't know. Prior to losing Nick, I didn't know what that looked like. And my friend, if I have conversations with my friends, colleagues, people that are near and dear to me, I always ask, what does that look like, sound like, feel like?
You sure do ask those questions.
Not being able to put that into words, look, feel, sound for myself was kind of scary, because I've kind of lived a life like that. And being a mental health advocate as well, I have always lived a life of, even with Harper, I'm like, well, what is that? What does it feel like? What does that sound like? You need to be able to, explain that to me or describe it to me or whatever. But not being able to do that for myself forced me to hand it over to God. It forced me to walk, I'll say, in fear, because there are some things that I have done. I had absolutely no knowledge, no recollection, no anything. So I'm going in blind, but I also have a little person here depending on me. I'm not from Houston. I went to Sam Houston. We went to Sam Houston. And after that, moved on to here. So when I moved here in September 2015, my entire Houston time here was Nick. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like, oh, how do I navigate this city by myself? Because I'm a country girl.
And see, that's the thing.
I'm a country girl.
I remember us being on the phone, and it's so funny, y'all. Like we gonna get to the college days and then pivot back to now, but I remember when we both joined the same church. We both joined Lighthouse at that time. And I joined a little bit before you, and then you came along and joined too. And I remember, like, it felt like it was always something going on. Like, on the way to choir rehearsal, you calling me tire flat. It's like always something. The ankle.
Dang, somebody gonna have to pick me up, or I might have to Uber. Can you take me back home? Or it was always something.
And then I remember telling you when you were losing the in-laws, we were at church, and I said, we was on the phone actually, and I think I was going to early vote. Make sure you always early vote. I was on the phone and I said, girl, I don't know what God got in store for you, but baby, all this loss is not in vain.
Yeah, for sure.
It was back to back.
It was back to back from April 19th, 2022 was when my mother-in-law passed away, and it never stopped. It never stopped. And when it ended with Nick, I was like, everybody just be still. Don't move. Don't say nothing. Nobody on my side. Everybody just be still, please. So it's exhausting. It's draining. Nobody wants to live in a constant state of grief.
Yes.
However, I do understand that it was necessary. And even the way things happened, how it was orchestrated, now looking in retrospect and just kind of nights of reflection, consistently, I see that it had to happen the way that it happened. It had to be this way. And it's like, with my intentionality and thinking about a family and thinking about Harper, I was always like, oh yeah, it's gonna, and I say a sense of control, but just kind of knowing what was for me, not necessarily the state of control. And so not being in control, not knowing, that was unfamiliar to me, and it's still unfamiliar territory for me. So I think that aspect, and considering Harper, because my parents are still together, they're coming up on 30, I'll be 35. My brother will be 37 years of marriage this month. Mm-hmm. So they don't understand how I feel. Yeah. They feel for me. They haven't, but they can't relate. They still have each other. And then it's me understanding Harper and what she may be going through and how she may be grieving. But I still have my dad. And I'm a daddy's girl too. I'm a daddy and a mama's girl. But
it's crazy I'm a daddy's how girl. You're grieving one way and nobody can relate to, and Harper is grieving some way and you can't even relate to it. So how do you even, I won't say combat or navigate that feeling, or even try to help people understand what you're feeling if they've never been through it?
I don't think it's for everybody to understand. So me spending time trying to explain or find the words for you to understand, it's not for everybody to understand, because I would spend my last breath trying to get you or anybody to understand the grief, the weight of the world, educating yourself with the law and prosecutor and legal terms, and all that is a thing of its own. But I think it's more so staying true to yourself. Mm-hmm. I don't think I reached that point until maybe like February, March this year, where I was like, okay, I'm getting back to myself. This is what I know. This is familiar. This is what makes me happy. This is what serves me. And this is what doesn't. Because those that know me, they know I'm very direct. I'm very transparent. And I'm vulnerable to anyone in any setting if it's right and if that's what God would have for me to do. Mm-hmm. But I don't think I can make anybody understand, because I do have a friend, we used to be really, really close in college, who experienced tragedy all at once when she reached the end of her career. And I couldn't understand, but I could pray for her and I could be there for her. So seeing her life daily and the toll that it took on her, I was like, man, I remember when XYZ went through this, but now it's me in a different capacity. Mm-hmm. And this was my mother-in-law, grandmother-in-law, all the aunties, and now my husband. Mm-hmm. Somebody I was with for 10 years. You could never, there's somebody, oh my God, girl, I lost my mama. I understand that. But you didn't lose your husband. Or girl, be glad you got a baby. Like, it's a blessing. You can look. And it's like, yeah, but it was also COVID. I didn't get a baby shower. I didn't get a honeymoon. I didn't get any of these things. It was a lot of stuff I remember you didn't get. And I remember Nick reaching out to me. And I thought it was just so beautiful. That's why I knew he wasn't just my brother-in-law anymore. He was my brother in love then. Mm-hmm. He reached out to me and said, and he's just so ignorant. Stupid.
It's just crazy.
Just black and stupid.
It's just crazy. But sure. He would tell me, he said, I'm reaching out to people that Carmesha F with, and that's it. So you come to this.
Because don't you be sitting at the table and I don't like, no. Yes. Goodbye.
And you was big and pregnant.
Dinner is done.
Big and pregnant. Someone's big.
Absolutely.
So Carmesha had no tolerance then for people and their foolishness. And you had a photo shoot that day too.
I did.
And so you had a lot going on that day. You didn't even know we was at the restaurant.
Because remember, April's husband had planned her a surprise trip. So I didn't have a makeup artist, and she was like, I'm sending you your money back, and I'm going to send you a deposit for this. So she made sure I was squared away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I was texting
and
you.
It was a meltdown, Mary.
So over it.
It was meltdown, Mary. I'm going to go home, and I'm going to do this. And you like, yeah, girl, I'm going to see you later. You don't even know.
Well, he ain't going to go see you later, but it's just a beautiful thing that he knew who was for you.
Yeah.
And he joke and play all the time, but he ain't play about you.
He did. He knew. Like, I don't play those type of games. You're not coming to my house. Mm-hmm. You're not, none of that. I'm not meeting you at my house. Let me say that. I don't meet people at my house. This is not a time for me to get to know you. If I have not met, honey, now is not the time. You can turn around and walk.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Let's talk about that too, how everybody became your sister and Nick's brother or uncle or cousin after he passed away. But where was you? Where was you at before?
It is general, across the board. You have those people that's like, oh my God, they can. But I think Houston culture,
it's just
very
what it is,
weird, and it is very sister, brother, uncle, daddy, cousin. I don't know. None of y'all. Y'all ain't never said hi. No, it ain't.
It's crazy.
No.
Yeah, Houston. It's different because
it is very different.
It's the way when you either have great loss or great wins, people are calling you brother and sister out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, baby, I didn't even know you were still on my Facebook page, but thank you. So it's just, how did you even, like, I'm going to say how did you even, but like literally, I know you saw a lot of that because I saw a lot of that even in the comments. And I'd be want to say, okay, so how do you even block all that out? Because I know people's, who that was blowing your phone up? I couldn't even get a hold of my sister.
If I'm honest, it was a blur. I know I tried my best to clear notifications. There were a lot of requests. There are a lot of, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Some I just like, some days I would wake up and be like, accept. Because I don't like repeating myself. It's weird because as a behavior analyst in ABA, in that line of work, all it is repetition. But I think it's more so, I know these babies are not capable. Let me repeat myself. But talking to an adult, you're capable. You are also capable of understanding. And you heard me. Furthermore, you could just scroll back up and see what I said previously. So I don't have patience for that. But I think it was more so for my sanity. Because still to this day, I post about it every now and then. I'm still working through the anxiety of notifications. Because when everything happened, it wasn't just 911. It wasn't just prosecutors, attorneys. It wasn't just funeral arrangements. It wasn't just job. It wasn't abruptly putting Harper in school. It was the constant. I mean, my phone would not stop until like 3 and 4 in the morning, literally. And so it was me having to just silence. And my mom was here, my family. I have a huge family. My family is amazing. And they are still on shift and rotation, literally. Coming up on 2 years, they are still in rotation and shift for Harper and I, because a lot of people thought I would move back home to Tyler, and God did not release me. He did not tell me to go back home or move or, oh my God, your life just blew up, run away. That's not what he told me, because in 2022, 2021, going into the year 2022, God gave me a word of no lack. And I was like, all right, well, I'm a child of God. Like, I would hope so. But I didn't know to what capacity in that year that this was forthcoming. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just held on to that, literally. And when everything happened, I just kind of had to go into this mode of do. I didn't have time to be like, oh my God, I'm so sad. Like, yeah, it's sad.
Oh, if he laughing.
But I know, you know, I have dark humor. I have horrible dark humor.
I got dark humor too.
But I didn't go into that mode. Even when my doorbell rung that morning, I didn't go into that mode. I work and I thrive very well under pressure. So I just was kind of like, all right, bills, health, life insurance, this policy, school. What I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just kind of went into, what do I need to do? Because I live by a planner. And then when the calls and the texts and, oh my God, I heard, can I come? Can I come? Can I come? Can I come? Can I figure out what's going on first? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you have those people that you can point of contact, of course, but I just had to block out the noise. I had to. And my mom was here. My dad, my brother, dropped everything and came. I think my mom was here for like,
your mom
probably a month. Like, she was honestly. Here. And then she went back like a couple. She was like, I don't care what you got to say. I thought I'd meet her. So she was here, and my dad, and they rotated. And my brother, honestly, like, having my brother here meant more than my parents being here, because my brother is also a musician. He's a producer. My brother can play any instrument you put in front of him. Like, he's super dope. He can sing, everything. Like, growing up, that's who pushed me. But it's not often that he can just drop everything and come. And the fact that he dropped everything and came, not only for me, not only for Harper, but for my husband. It was like, Oh my God. And he stayed. He didn't say nothing. He wasn't in a way. He was just like, hey, I'm here. Like, and that's all I needed. Like, I needed my mommy. I needed my daddy. I needed my big brother. You know what I'm saying? So it was that, I mean, that was all I needed. I had my support system, my Houston family, you know, that was great. But having my brother here was,
it means a lot.
yeah, like that's my dog. That's my baby. He the oldest, but that's my baby. Like that's my, hey, he gets it. Like, I don't even have to say anything. Like, he gets it. You know what I'm saying? He gets me. He knows me for real from every stage of life in any light. I'm still his little sister. I'm still their baby girl. Like, yeah, but I'm still his little sister.
I remember literally seeing Carmesha come back. I could see the Carmesha I knew pop back up. And like in a way, I'm saying that like that because
I've been getting that so much lately, so it's really funny.
So I when I first started seeing it because you was in mommy mode for years and wife mode and it was just taxing. Like you would learn how to navigate that, being a musician's wife, being a
wife okay, because I all start being baby me, contracts, money, paying
and doing your entrepreneurship, doing your work, regular work. Trying to be a friend, trying to be this, trying to serve at the church, and you just be on the go.
Yeah.
And then now starting to see you fully, I won't say return to Carmesha, but I'm gonna say that return to Carmesha.
I get it because I went home. Even when I went home for my family reunion a couple of weeks ago, my aunts, I had just lost my uncle, who was like a second dad to me. But my cousins, my aunts, was like, oh my God, I just want to squeeze you. Like, you look like that 18-year-old girl that went off to college. Like, that's crazy. And I think that's a testament to of just like being like with your family and just kind of grounding yourself and being replenished and getting back to your roots and people that know. I think that's very important because I've been this size my whole life. But a lot of people in Houston, when a lot of people in Houston met me, it was right after we got married, Harper, COVID, and then Law started. So I was huge. I was 265 pounds. I had never been that big in my, you know that. I've never been that big in my life. But I've been this size since high school, literally. And so it felt good. And it reminded me of who I was when people like you, my family, going back home to my family reunion was like, oh my God, like, this is the Misha that we know. Like,
yeah, because the Misha, listen, she slayed everybody's hair in college. Now, I used to joke when I said, can you give me some clippers? Are you ready to tell you that?
No, for real, just give me the risers.
Give me some clippers so you can cut my hair. Like, all these people do hair and nobody cut hair good because the guys
except for Rotimi.
Yeah,
Rotimi was, hey, who chopped you?
Who chopped you?
This is Instagram.
Who chopped you?
Who chopped you? Because my boy Rotimi will still get it together. Okay, don't get it twisted.
I ain't got in that long line of waiting for him.
I mean, he been cutting Maxwell on tour, so I don't know how accessible he is these days. But that's my dog.
But Rotimi still can cut.
Yeah, I used to say like, can you teach me? And then remember Nick went bald, and I started shaving his head with the straight razor, and he would let me do his little beard here and there. I was like, oh, you can't tell me nothing. I probably can't do yours, but you can't tell me nothing.
It's just like literally seeing you like this now reminds me of college and you know how we used to cut up and still sing and I'm talking about that too. You thought I was gonna talk about it.
Leave Judith where she is, please.
In college, y'all, we had I don't know how I was able to do all this stuff. Sometimes I know God was carrying me.
I don't know.
Because I was college president and over the praise team, over this, over that, over all this stuff. And I needed to get some singers together. And I got you, Carmesha, I got Janet, I got Deron. So in college, and yes, I'm going to bring it up.
Please,
because it's one of my favorite stories to tell.
Judith where she is.
It's one of my favorite stories to tell about you and me. So in college, I don't know, I still laugh about it because I'm like, God, how did I do all that? I was on the media team, I was on the praise team, I was on the college praise team, I was college ministry president. And they said, okay, we have a college ministry praise team. We need to get together. So I had to pick songs, learn the songs, teach the parts to all of y'all, and have the musician come to rehearse. And we was doing this for free. And we had to do this after class, come rehearse. And I said, oh, I want to sing this song. After work, yes, because I'm still working too.
Part-time job in college.
Yes, all of that. And I was at Valero, strong then, the gas station. But I picked, and Carmesha still hates me for this to this day. I picked her to lead. The Lord is high above the heavens.
Because why would you do me like that?
It's a hallelujah. What is it? Highest praise or whatever it's called.
Why would you do that?
By Judith McAllister.
And they wanted to wear it out.
Yeah, they wore it out at Great Design. They wore it out. And they loved leading that song. But the way we got the 3 songs we did sing together and the way God came in there and tore us up,
it was good.
It was good.
It was good.
But Carmesha will never sing that song anymore because of me.
I sure will not. I sure will not. I'm glad you know.
She will not sing that song anymore.
Don't request because the answer is no.
No. And I just love those memories we have. Even, you just going to keep it a book. We be in college and we go to Draft Bar and have a few was it Red Rockets or Jaeger bombs?
No, that was Humphreys.
Humphreys had the Red Rockets.
Draft Bar.
It was the Jaeger bombs, wasn't it? With the
I think
shot glass and the glass.
No, that was Draft Bar.
That's what I'm talking about, Draft Bar.
No. Yes. I know what you're talking about. I don't remember what the shot is called, but you knock it off in there, and it was
and child,
one or two of those.
We just dancing all night in the bar like it's Coyote Ugly. And knowing we gotta go to class in the morning.
Yeah, was gonna be there.
We're going to class. But,
in the library. The research papers.
Let me tell you something. One day, Carmesha was already in the library and doing her final
like
paper.
9 that morning.
And see, y'all psychology majors, I said, y'all can keep that. I'm over here doing mass comm. But I still had a deep media paper to finish. Oh, Lord Jesus.
I don't regret.
Oh. And your computer was right here, mine was right here, and we were just typing away for hours, getting it together.
For hours.
Because they have AI.
Just for me to get a C. But that's all I needed. You hear me? That's all right.
Get what?
Degree.
That's what we said.
They do. Because, honey, that class about took me down.
Yeah.
For the second time. Yep, it did.
We pressed our
research.
Way
it was research methods.
Mm-mm.
Mine was psych research methods.
I know every time one of y'all said in CJ or psychology research methods statistics, I just run away. If we had media law, so we had to do that.
Okay.
And that's why I be telling people law is everywhere because you can't do nothing without it. But it was just the fact that we was there for hours and hours and hours. I was like, dang, are we through? Are we ever gonna get done for typing up our papers?
No. Is it in the right format? Okay. That was the question. That APA format?
The APA was nothing to play with. Atlanta. I hated it. Why we gotta do Roman numerals and breaks like that? Nobody writes it like this.
And the citations.
The citation was the hardest part because it's different in LA. And you got to memorize that stuff, but it's just stupid.
Yeah.
And I said all that to say we have so many memories together that people don't even know about. They just think we know each other from Houston. Now we know each other will go way back.
Yeah.
And even the phone conversations we have or the text messages we have. And I know like even when we was going through all the loss and stuff, I made it a mission to not drain you.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not going to drain my sister. I'm going to fill her up.
Yeah.
I'm going to send her stuff to make her laugh.
Literally.
I'm going to text you crazy stuff. I'm going to tell you this what I'm wearing to the funeral right here. I'm going to be snatched. And you said ears too. Like, I was just.
That's so funny. I actually just thought about getting the suit. Shout out to Grover. Mm-hmm. He did make my suit for Nick's funeral. But I recently just thought about getting it taken in for the sentencing hearing.
Yeah, because it's going to be taken in now, glory to God.
Yeah, I thought about getting it taken in, but I don't know. Like, I don't know how I felt like wearing it. I mean, wearing it now, but I thought about it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it'd be really like I won't say full circle moment, but it'll be a moment to wear.
Yeah, I mean that's the only time I would.
Yeah, the only time you wear it.
So,
but it's just to say like I didn't want to drain you because I know a lot of people were pulling
Yeah.
And then somehow people can make stuff about themselves. And it's like, no, this ain't about you right now.
Yeah.
And
but I will say, I think it went as smoothly as it could because a lot of people didn't really know me personally. Was pretty intentional about that because no, I don't want to go out with this person's girlfriend and wife because it's somebody different every week, or no, she can't have my phone. No.
And then you got to monitor your peace and your space too in that moment too. You can't have everybody in your face.
And so I think that kind of cut out a lot of the fluff because a lot of people didn't know me personally. And even when I did make the official announcement, I was like, do not call me. Because what are we talking about? What can you help me with? I don't need all the chaos, all the additional conversations. Will I know this person? Will I make flyers? Will I do this? I do that? That is great. I have a huge family. I have 3 best friends, and they are amazing. Every aspect of life that you would need.
You have it in
my
the room.
Literally, my best friends do. Like, one's a realtor, one worked for the state, one worked for the FBI, one work, like, you know what I'm saying? One does businesses, pages, logo. Like, I was like, I got it. Like, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I get it. This is not a moment for you. This is not, well, you know, I did this, or she had asked me to do. Did not. I even had somebody tell me, the Lord told me to bless y'all with the food for the repast.
Baby, I don't even know if you can cook. Get out of my face.
It ain't one.
So how the Lord tell you bless you with a repast if I ain't paying one?
That is great. But I mean, it was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to approach you, but I'm going to say this, or let me tell you the Lord said, well, she's so vulnerable. Maybe da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know me. You don't know what oil, what prayer life, what kind of family I come from. My mother, my father, deeply rooted. You know what I'm saying? So it was just kind of interesting to see, you know, these things. Funerals and weddings bring out the best and the worst in any and everybody. And I remember after my mother-in-law was Mama. So when Mama passed away, I said, man, I pray I'm never on the front row for myself anytime soon. And Mama passed away that January 2023, Nick's grandmother. And I said, oh, I hope I ain't on the front row for myself no time soon. Not knowing what was coming at the end of the year. But I just still feel like everything happened exactly how it was supposed to happen, when it was supposed to happen, to who it was supposed to happen to. And if I hold on to the, I wish I could have, or I don't like, well, it doesn't feel good. I mean, a lot of things in life don't feel good, but it's more so out of your control. And I think for me, that was a big thing because I was intentional. I live by a planner. I live by a calendar, you know, so this kind of happening and going into overdrive overnight was a lot for me, more so than processing the fact that I just buried my husband and now I'm a widow and now I'm a single mom at 33.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
because none of us would have thought that was going to, I mean, of course you didn't, but none of us
it's like, who plans like, oh, I can't wait to get married and be a widow and a single mom. It's going to be great.
Yes.
Nobody's like waking up preparing for that, you know? And it was abrupt. So I think it just kind of worked itself out. It wasn't more so overwhelming of the people I didn't know. It was the people I did know. And because they know how I operate, they know my beliefs, they were like, she's going to do XYZ. Or she's not going to do XYZ. Well, I don't want to blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But also, y'all know me. Y'all know I'm very direct. I'm very clear in communication. I'm very detailed. So if you ask me something, or I think one time you may have hit me and I was just like, not today. You know what I'm saying? Or like, I don't have the capacity for it. And that's not me being rude, but it's helping me help you, help us.
Help us all together.
I'm effectively and clearly communicating to you. I don't have the capacity today, or not right now, or not, whatever that is, and it's not because of what you did or the gesture that you extended wasn't welcomed or it wasn't appreciated. It was just, I just didn't have that capacity that day. And that goes back to, why not just be damned? Because whether I was like, oh my gosh, brother, I love you so much. Thank you so much. Come over. Regardless if I did that or I said, not today, you still would have felt something. Whether it was a good felt something or a bad felt something, you would have felt something. And I had to learn to be okay with it because I genuinely care about people. My line of work, I'm working with those with special needs. I'm overly communicating. I'm documenting because I'm working with parents who are entrusting me to serve their kid to the best of my ability. And some may not be vocal, you know what I'm saying, or verbal or whatever, but their parents are trusting me with their life. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to my relationship, I'm just that way. I over communicate. I over love. And I used to be like, oh my God, why am I doing that? But I'm grateful that I do.
Yeah, and even when we have to learn our friends
right
as we grow, because we all changing.
Absolutely.
And if you say not today, we have to learn to be okay with that. Some people, especially when I was talking to my other friend Olivia. You remember Olivia? I was we don't always take ourselves out the equation,
right?
Because we so ready to be on the offense, and if we take that out and don't even try to be offended, say, okay, put yourself in their shoes. What are they could be dealing with today? Okay, that's okay.
Yes.
Like literally navigating life is already this one. Not today. Okay, let's schedule something in a few weeks.
Because honestly, like Cry Out this year was like the first time in a long time that my phone was like, for the first time in a very long time. And it would be like, I have my red receipts on to this day. Some like specific people, I've turned it off because they like triple, quadruple tick. I can't handle that, baby. I will see it when I see it. I'll get back to you when I can get back to you. But my red receipts are on, and when I read something, if I don't respond, depending on the relationship I have with you, some people I do expect, like, girl, you see my text message? Or you good?
Because you already told me, Cash, if I don't respond in a day or two, just text me again or call me. Yeah. I don't forget.
Yeah, and like sometimes I will see it, or I'll be in the middle of something, or something for Harper, or I'm in court, or whatever, and I will see it, and I'm like, okay, yeah, boom. Or I'll look at it on my watch, and I'm like, oh yeah, but it will have cleared notification-wise, and I'll just simply forget. But I don't take it so personal anymore. Life is happening. Things are happening. People, like, every day, so if I take everything to heart, I will never be able to accomplish, have any relationships, have any effective communication with anybody, taking everything to heart, which is why I just live by why not be damned. Because if I respond, you might not have wanted to receive what I had to say. If I don't respond, oh, she's acting funny. If I show up, great.
And that's what I love
she
about
wasn't as excited as me, or I expected her to be, or if I don't show up, I'm tired. I'm tired. Like, I have access to resources, but the woman that I am, the mother that I am, any and everybody can't just be with Harper. I'm not finna just drop her off with anybody just because I need a break. My break sometimes might be me sitting on my balcony. Do not come out here. Let me have a moment. And when I come in, I'm going to rock out for you. And those are boundaries. Those are just small things that I had to put in place for myself and Harper, because even as she's growing, I need you to understand that people will have boundaries that may not align with you. I need you to understand that you may have to do something alone because somebody else doesn't want to do it with you. And I will go to no length measure, the end of this earth, that earth, your earth. You know what I'm saying? For Harper Noel, and everybody knows that. But when I'm enforcing my boundaries, I'm very hardcore on her. Like, I will not bend. And if I'm that way with my kid, why wouldn't I be that way with you?
And I see even the way Harper receives it. Yeah. She'll pause a little bit and say, okay, mommy. I love when she be like, okay, mommy. And I love when she do that because she's really receiving it.
Yeah.
And then she end up copying you later and have our own boundaries, and then you have to. Then I have to tell
and
Harper.
I had to honor that.
You
know what I'm saying?
But
I want you to know your voice matters.
I said, Harper, come over here about Cash. So for your mama flip, come over here. Because I do. You be like.
Because sometimes it'll catch me off guard, and I'm like, hello, girl, who is the mother? But if you tell me no or not right now, or mommy, I don't like that, I need to respect that because I need that to translate into the real world. When you say something, they need to listen. I don't care who it is. But also, depending on how you say it, because now she's obsessed with that girl, Lay. And she's a cute little girl.
Kids love Lay.
I love her. Like, she's great. But as a 4-year-old, she doesn't know when and where, is appropriate or whatever. So sometimes she'll get carried away. Like, I said I wanted toast. And I'm like,
not right now.
Okay, can I have some toast? Let's try. And she'll be like, Mommy, can I have some toast, please? But it's just little things like that, but navigating it through, like, I want you to know your boundaries matter. I will honor them. And if I'm honoring them in this house as your mom, somebody else on the street, at school, wherever needs to honor them as well. And so she know, let me take care of me first. And I'm going to rock out for you. You already know that. Like, I tell her that all the time. Let me take care of me first. If that's a 30-minute nap, if that's be quiet, don't come in here, or, hey, I'm trying to get ready, let me do. She knows. Okay, mommy, she know. And when she come in here, if I want this, she's going to do. She knows that. And so now I think that's been the beautiful part of the journey for me, navigating and just kind of finding our rhythm, our routine, how we work and mesh well together. And she's so responsible. She's so smart. And sometimes I'll like say stuff like, oh, like, don't forget to da-da-da. And the next day she'll be like, oh, mommy, did you da-da-da-da-da? Don't forget to. And I'm like,
thank you, baby.
You're my girl. Yeah, like, I forgot. But I remember now because of you, and she holds me accountable. Truly holds me accountable.
You ain't lying. Mommy, are we going to the park today? Are we going to the pool?
You said
we going to the pool at 5 and it's 4. I said, uh-oh. And I was still there finna go to the concert.
Yeah.
And she was
about to be late.
And she said, you said, if you ask me one more time.
That's just drive me nuts.
We going. But she don't forget.
She don't.
And I loved it. And it seeing her like grow up is so beautiful. And when she says stuff sometimes, I'll be like, that is Nick.
Yeah, she's her daddy's daughter. She is impatient, just like him. She's very impatient.
And then when she say something to me sometimes, I say, dog.
So impatient.
I say, where did you get this comedic timing from? Like, where did it come from?
Mom is like, you were the exact same way. I'm like, there's no way. You would have laid me out. But now you're a grandparent.
Oh, they soft on the grandchildren.
You have this newfound patience.
They say we learned how not to parent. Parents are so funny for that. We learned.
Fake. Okay.
So fake.
So fake for that.
They had to learn. Even my parents was like, you was harder than me and my sister. Oh, we had to learn what not to do the second time. Whatever. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Great. Love it.
But that's crazy because my brother feels that way. Like, oh, I feel like they did. Well, you could get away with da-da-da. But I'm like, I'm the baby and the only girl. So there's that. But my brother, that man just used to lie for no reason. He'd be like, is that shirt black? I swear to God, it's blue.
Ain't no blue on that shirt. Ain't nothing blue on that shirt.
Honey, the first and last time my daddy knocked the wind out of him, I was like, I'm going to tell the truth.
You knocked the wind out.
Honey, you can't pay me to lie. I'm going to tell the truth. You hear me? Take my phone. Because I did it. Yep, I sure did. And Harper's the same way. She'll do something I don't even know. And she'll be like, Mommy, I threw my toys on the floor and it broke. So sorry. And I'm like, throw it in the trash. And I'm like, but thank you so much for telling me. I appreciate it. You're so integral. Thank you. Throw it in the trash. Like,
yeah, kids can be.
I don't care.
It's so because she knows she got to tell you because you don't want to find out. And then if she find out and she don't tell you something, then the waterworks come.
Okay, because I told her, baby, you would never get in trouble for telling the truth.
She has.
I know. It be deep, don't it?
I say, where is that coming from?
Gut-wrenching cry you could ever hear. Like, drama. She's dramatic like me.
Yeah,
I'm dramatic.
We all dramatic. Like that's why we friends. But that's what back to like earlier. That's what I love about our relationship. as we can have these moments again. But also, it's the prayers that we have prayed together, the corrective things that we have had to have for each other, and also, even you call them and say, "Be careful who you talk to." People use your niceness for granted, and watch who you say to people because people use it against you. It's all that kind of conversation we would have, just being protective outside of what everybody else don't see. Is that part of our relationship? That prayer, the consecration, the lifting each other up, and also pushing each other to be better.
I'm so glad you said that, because consecration has been a topic of discussion lately for about a month or so for me and a few friends. My cousin's devotional, and then Frontline at Lighthouse Southeast. So I think it's very important. People do what they do. They're human. They laugh, they kiki, they go out. Some people drink, some people smoke, some people whatever. But I still think it's very important to make it a point to consecrate yourself in all things that you do, or even just see God in whatever. Even when you asked me to do the podcast, I was definitely excited and very open. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you were like, oh, I'm doing it by myself. Like, this is me now. And I'm like, finally, you know what I'm saying? But for you, it was a process, you know what I'm saying? Or some people might be looking at me like, oh, you're doing a podcast interview and I have my first women's conference coming up. And they're like, oh my God, like, this is so you. We've always seen you do that. And I'm like, but it was a part of the story. It was a part of getting you to that point. You know what I'm saying? So I hope I know you don't take it for lightly, but I just hope you don't doubt yourself in this space, because it is organically you. Like, it is truly you. And even in the prayers, sometimes I feel like y'all, my friends, might think that I'm crazy, because it'll be in the middle of the night, and I'll like shoot a message or like, well, I was in worship and God showed me this. What is this about? Or, hey, I was praying about this. Or we went to dinner and had a drink. And I'm like, something real funky. What's going on? And it's boo-hoo. The dinner done turned into tears.
I'll never forget how you literally would look. You have a look that I always notice. But I know we always been in tune in the spirit like that. I'd be like,
not you got to look.
I said, Carmesha, what's wrong? He said, mm-mm.
And okay, just hold on.
And I said, what's wrong?
And then
you should call me and text me later. But it's just that kind of stuff. Like,
but I feel like sometimes my friend, like maybe y'all be like, here she go. Because I'm going to have a good time. Y'all know I love to laugh. I joke. I'm sarcastic. My dark humor is awful. I mean, it's horrible.
Mine too.
Oh, my dark humor is horrible. But I don't play about the Lord.
Mm-mm.
And I know when he's speaking to me. I know when I hear, when I see in the spirit. And some people can't take that, compartmentalize, receive, turn it on, turn it out. I don't know however that works for them. But I genuinely care about the mental health, the spiritual health, and the well-being of like my friends, like those that are close to me. I can't be around you or operate with you if I'm wanting to be more spiritual, more of a mom, more of a dad, more of an employee, more of a praise and worshiper than you do. Because then it becomes a problem for me, and then it's exhausting. In turn, it's exhausting. But if that's a moment, like if I want to be more of what you should be for you, I can't do it, because it's taxing for me in all aspects of my life. I don't have the time to spare. Truly, I make the time, but I don't have the time to spare. So when I'm sparing the time, I'm very intentional about that. And I used to be that way. Life happened, and now I'm back that way. And some people are like, oh my God, I don't like her. She's changed. Is that not the point? Like, I'm confused. However, too, that tells me one of two things. You never really knew me, or you just aren't changing. And either way, I'm okay with it. I've grieved living people. I've grieved dead people. I am okay with it. But if a conversation needs to happen where we can both be on the same page, that's fine. But in this season of my life, I gotta be obedient. I'm not perfect. It doesn't look like what it should look like every day on my walk, but I gotta be obedient, whether that makes sense. It don't even make sense to me. So I don't care if it makes sense to you.
And that's the crazy part.
You know, it doesn't make sense to me. And I'm like, well, how am I gonna get there? And then God is like, boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, touche, big dog, touche. But you know, it doesn't make sense to me. So I can't even explain it to you or get you to comprehend on my behalf. If you don't get it, if you don't support me, if you don't like the change, it's fine. I am okay with it.
And I'm going to say this just because of that, people would rather, and even, I won't say all church leaders and all people in the world, but it's just, a lot of people would rather see people broken than healed. Because they can...
You said a lot of church leaders.
Just in general. Like,
no, I'm just asking. I mean, I've never heard that, so
if a person is healed, you might feel like
you don't have a purpose. What am I here? Okay, I got you. That's true.
So,
or I don't. Yeah. The when people don't feel needed anymore, like,
they don't know what to do.
When he first died, she needed me every day. Now she only needs me once a month. She's acting different.
So it's not even acting different.
How you upset? Because I'm finally finding my bearings.
Have to shift.
Yeah, you know, the shift, and it's like now I'm finding my bearings. I'm enjoying the single life, single motherhood. It's different. It looks different, but learning. I love learning. So it's like it's like an experience. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like sometimes I see myself outside of my body and I be like, girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really be proud. And then sometimes I'm like, girl, I'm tired. Like, you know, but it's just still the learning of it all. And I think how you wake up is so important. Because when I wake Harper up and I give her a little moment, sometimes she'll be like, can I have 5 more minutes or, you know, whatever. But when she's finally up, she already knows, like, thank you, Lord, for waking me up. Today's going to be a great day in Jesus' name. Like, she knows. And so it's just even like seeing that and kind of starting the day, like, it is going to be a good day. Like, we're about to rock out. You know, it just something as simple as that has really changed a lot for us. I plan out the day. We talk about it the night before, and I'm able to navigate. So I think little things like that, perspective is key. How you're responding to that tragedy, to that loss, to the whatever
it is.
It's the perspective of, I can't believe that happened. Well, I'm grateful it did happen. Now, what is this? What is this teaching me? What is it? I'm finally operating like with the fear, without the fear, with the thought, without the thought, with them, without them. I'm just doing it because it don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
But it's steady. It's working out.
But you gotta go to grow, and you're at the place. You're at the place where you have to push yourself forward.
I have to. I don't have a choice.
You can't stay there.
I don't have a choice. I have not yesed long enough. Now I'm yesing to everything. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Yeah.
And you know, that's one of them tricky ones.
It's scary because you don't know what's to come.
Because you don't know what he's going to do, what he's going to give to you. But we have to literally walk by faith and not by sight. But it's
interesting that we pick and choose when and how we want to trust God. Like, oh, Lord, I need my car fixed, or I don't have the money for this, or, oh, I hope it work out, child. Lord, let me come out of surgery. But then when it's, I done lost everybody. I'm a single mama and a widow. I don't know about this. I'll take it back. Like, why you believe him for this but not for this? Or are you not serving the same God?
That's how I knew you was going to be okay.
Do you not read the same Bible? You read this part of it, but you didn't read this part? But that was for me too. I was picking and choosing how God would come through for me, or if his word and faith was really real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was picking and choosing, and it wasn't until... Losing Nick isn't what broke me. Losing that was the beginning of it. What broke me was sitting with myself in the spirit. That's what broke me. That's how I got to being this bold person again. Or you see me, I don't feel like I'm bold, honestly. I feel like I'm being Carmesha. Authentically me. Whatever that looks like, whatever that feels like that day. Not in essence, that moment, in 5 minutes, I could be doing something. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it doesn't matter to me now. Mm-hmm. The answer is yes, Lord. And I don't care. I don't have the capacity. I don't have the bandwidth to care in the way that I once did. And I don't get to pick and choose when I want to believe, how I want to believe, you know?
And then before we wrap it up, that's essentially what it is about, being authentically you. And that's freedom. Yeah. And that's the thing that we don't always notice.
Not a lot of people live in freedom.
But you have to be yourself through and through, because God can't work with no fraud.
Right.
And he just can't. He know you. He ready for you to tell her who you are, because he knows you.
Gonna try to tell him, like, okay.
Yeah, so, and I just honor you, sister, and I love you. Thank you for coming on. I just know, like I said earlier, I know you was going to be okay, because I even watched you walk through all of this, and I knew your prayer life and your relationship with God was going to carry you through to being back to who you're supposed to be.
Well, thank you, because, honey, I didn't see it at the time. Thank you.
I did. You had us intervening, because we knew. It. We knew. I said, "There's no way you was praying for everybody else and you weren't gonna be okay." Man. It wasn't no way God was not gonna honor your seeds that you sown on this earth. Man. So you was gonna be just fine.
But it's easy to get caught up in when it's my turn. When are you gonna come through for me? Like, I've done all this. Who's gonna pray? Because it was probably the first 6 months. I didn't pray. What am I praying for? Mm-hmm. Damned if I do. Damned if I don't, right?
And he loves us and keeps us in spite of doing anything like that.
I intentionally did not pray. Mm-hmm. And I was on purpose not praying. My mama was like, "Get on in here." And I was like,
"Man, child, leave me alone right now."
You can pray.
You can pray
for both of us.
While
but it was, I didn't pray, so I knew the prayers of the righteous. You heard?
We know the word, huh?
I knew.
We know the word.
Because I was not praying.
And Holy Spirit intercede for me, because I ain't got it today.
You hear me? I don't have it.
But thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
I love you. I can't wait to see what life looks like for Makila Sean going forward. Yeah. But I love you, sister. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Of course,
I appreciate it.
And that's a wrap.